When was the last time someone looked in the eyes and asked you, how are you really doing? Nobody prepared us for this part of adulthood. Can I ask you guys something honestly today? When was the last time someone looked in the eyes and asked you, how are you really doing? Not how's work, how's the family, how have you been? But I mean a genuine, how are you really doing? Because I have a feeling if I asked you that question today, your answer would probably be much heavier than the smile you've been wearing. Maybe you're exhausted, not because you're lazy, but because you've been carrying responsibilities that nobody sees. Maybe you become so used to being the strong one that people stopped checking to see if you needed someone too. Maybe you are grieving, not just people, but the life you thought you were going to have, the marriage you imagined, the career you thought you would have, the career you thought would fulfill you, the friendships you believed would last forever. Or maybe you're grieving the version of yourself you don't even recognize anymore. And the hardest part? You become so good at pretending you're okay that people actually believe you are. I don't think anyone prepared us for this part of adulthood, and I'm sure many of us can resonate to this, right? Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Inner Bloom Journey podcast. I'm your host, Salma. I'm a Jay Shetty certified mindset and relationship breakthrough coach. Every week, we have honest conversations about healing, relationships, emotional resilience, and rebuilding ourselves when life doesn't unfold the way we expected. This isn't a place for quick fixes. It's a place where we slow down, tell the truth, and remind each other that none of us have to carry life's burdens alone. So if you're in your 30s to mid 40s and life feels heavier than you ever imagined, this conversation is for you. And before we begin, I would like to read a quick disclaimer. This conversation is shared from my own personal experiences and coaching perspective to inspire reflection and growth. If you need professional support, I encourage you to seek guidance from a qualified professional, okay? And before we dive in, I want you to imagine we're sitting across from each other with a warm cup of coffee, simply having an honest conversation about life. I don't want this to feel like you're watching another YouTube video, please. I want it to feel like you're spending a few moments with someone who truly understands that life isn't always easy and that you don't have to navigate it alone. When we were younger, adulthood looked different, right? We thought by now we would have life figured out. A stable career, healthy relationships, financial security, confidence, peace. We thought one day we would wake up and everything would finally make sense, right? I'm sure many of us thought that way. But no one tells us that adulthood isn't one finish line. It's a series of unexpected chapters. One day you're celebrating a promotion. The next day you're questioning whether you even enjoy your career anymore. One day your parents are taking care of you. Then one day you realize they're the ones who need your help. Nobody prepares you for that moment. Nobody prepares you for friendships that slowly fade, for marriages that become lonely, for starting over, for realizing the dream you have worked so hard for doesn't actually make you happy. Nobody talks about these things, right? But almost everyone experiences them. I think one of the biggest misconceptions about adulthood is that if someone looks like they have it all together, they probably do. But appearances can be incredibly deceiving. Some of the people who smile the most are carrying the heaviest burdens. They're showing up for work, paying the bills, taking care of children, supporting aging parents, helping friends, being there for everyone else. And then, late at night, when everything becomes quiet, they finally have a moment to ask themselves, when did I become so tired? Not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. And maybe you've asked yourself another question. When did I stop recognizing myself? Because here's what I've learned. Most people don't lose themselves overnight. They lose themselves one sacrifice at a time. One, I'm fine. One, I'll deal with it later. One, everyone else comes first. Until one day, they realize that they've been surviving instead of living. I know this because I've lived it, beautiful souls. When I moved to the United States of America over 20 years ago, I believed that if I worked really hard or hard enough, everything would eventually fall into place. And while I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities this country has given me, life still brought challenges I never expected. I've experienced heartbreak, uncertainty, toxic work environments, becoming a caregiver, moments where I questioned my own purpose, moments where I wondered, is this really the life I imagined? Maybe you've asked yourself that same question. And if you have, I want you to know something today, please. You're not failing. You're being stretched. Life has a way of introducing us to versions of ourselves we never knew existed. Not because it wants to break us, but because it wants to reveal strengths we didn't know we had. There was one question that changed my perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? I started asking, what is this trying to teach me? That question, beautiful souls, didn't erase the pain. It gave the pain purpose. And sometimes purpose is what gives us strength to keep moving forward. I've learned that healing isn't about going back to who you used to be, because life changes us. Healing is about becoming someone new without losing compassion, your hope, or your ability to love. So if you're watching this today, and if you're caring more than people realize, I want you to hear me. If you're tired, I see you. If you're grieving, I see you. If you're rebuilding your life, I see you. And if you're trying to be strong for everyone else while quietly wondering who's going to be strong for you, I see you. And I hope today reminds you that you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to pretend you're okay all the time. You don't have to carry the weight of the world by yourself. Because asking for support doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, beautiful souls. Maybe nobody prepared us for this part of adulthood. Maybe nobody warned us how heavy it could feel. But they also didn't tell us something else. They didn't tell us how resilient we would become, how much courage we would discover, how many times we would rebuild ourselves after life knocked us down. You're stronger than the version of yourself who first stepped into adulthood. Not because life has been busy, but because you kept going. One day at a time, one difficult conversation at a time, one act of courage at a time. So if today feels heavy, don't rush it. Don't rush through it. Sit with it. Learn from it. Trust that even this season has something to teach you. Because the chapter you thought was breaking you may actually be introducing you to the person you were always meant to become. I thank you for spending a few minutes of your busy time with me. If this conversation resonated with you guys today, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What is one part of adulthood that nobody prepared you for? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might exactly be what someone else needs to hear today. If you found value in this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need this reminder today. Until next time, beautiful souls, take great care of yourselves and your loved ones. Keep healing, keep growing, okay? Excuse me. And remember, the strongest people are the ones who quietly carry the heaviest burdens, but even they deserve a place to rest. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take great care of yourselves and your loved ones. I thank you all for watching. Stay safe and always remember, beautiful souls, you're whole, resourceful, and complete just the way you are. Let go, grow, transform, and evolve so we can all become a better version of ourselves. Take care, you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Love you all. Thank you again.